I could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are. You're a dream that I could finally see. I just want us to always be, to always be.
Hello everyone, Abby here at Purple Cottage Crafts. This is take 2. I had already filmed this yesterday, but somehow the footage disappeared off my camera along with the first half of a tutorial process video I did. And I was like, no! So I'm going to go ahead and start this over. And disclaimer, I'm in my makeshift craft room until my room is done, of course, out here in the RV bay. I have to have both doors open to have enough light today. It's kind of overcast. So if you hear car noises, drills, things like that, I apologize in advance. This is just my only way I can do this until my room is done. So these items that you're looking at here are from an estate sale I went to on Thursday mid-morning, early afternoon actually, and I scored huge, you guys. I got some really good deals. So let me kind of just start back here. So what you're looking to see or seeing here are some imported gift wrap. It's almost like tissue paper, really, so you can kind of see the different patterns. I only paid 25 cents for each pack, which I thought was a great deal. You can see the different patterns on there, and this one here on the furthest left there, I have two of those. The other ones are just one pack per design. So I'm definitely going to be using these for my Craftmas 2018 project. So you want to definitely check back for that. Probably, well, it starts December 1st. So let's see here. Here is a really sweet notepad set. Only 50 cents for that. This is a really cool bird cage. I kind of sort of collect these. I didn't realize I was until we packed to move. And I saw how many I have. So definitely going to be making this Abby style. I'll be popping off the flowers. You know, I'm going to keep that tassel, not on the birdhouse, but I think it's really cute. And the bird, I'm not sure what I'll do with that. Before I set this down, there's this gorgeous china tray here. Beautiful, beautiful hydrangeas and the lilacs and the lavenders. This is the color palette for my new craft room. You're looking right at it, so I'm very excited to have that piece. I only paid $1 for that. This one was only 50 cents. I'm trying to do this a little bit differently than I did the first time because I talked so long I didn't realize it was almost an hour. I'm like, Abby, stop. So here's a really beautiful blue willow tea set. Or Mason, yeah, Vista, made in England. I am a lover of tea and teacups. I collect them. Also, if you hear my phone in the background, my daughter is not home for this weekend, so I leave my phone on whenever she's gone in case something comes up. So I apologize for that too. Look at that gorgeous tea plate, or teacup saucer, I mean. Really cute. All right, so this is a vintage like cookie tin, or you know, just a little round tin. You could put cakes in there, like a little bundt cake or something probably. This is really cool. Now I'm not going to be painting this or altering this to make it all purple. One of the things that I love about vintage items like this, I like to keep them in their original state because that's just, I love the way it looks. So this is going to be my craft room pretty much as it is. I might add a few maybe purple flowers, like a little flower cluster on the side here on that little doily on there. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to keep it mostly the way that it looks right here. This is a really cute, well, not cute, but really cool, I should say, door plate that I found. I think this was like $1 or something. Really, really cheap. So I grabbed that. And then here's an old like bundt cake mold pan. Really cool. These are the types of items that I like to use in my craft room for storage, like on display, like putting, you know, little bits and bobs, maybe some of my handmade flowers in there or some trims or something. So this is what I like to mostly have my craft room for, storage and decor. And then we have a really cool old muffin tin. I've been on the hunt for one of these for quite a long time that was a reasonable price, or reasonable to me, and had the look I was going for. So I love this. I could put little bits and bobs in there, little tiny flowers, whatever I want. And I'm also on the hunt for a really cool, the corn cast iron little pans that they have. So this is a really cool old looking baking tray. I'm going to alter this to the point where I'm going to make it, make like a little magnetic board or something. I'm not going to take away all the rusty goodness or anything, but I'll use this for like a wall display piece in my craft room. So there are those two items. And then this I'm going to be painting, so it's not gold. But this is a really cool piece, I thought, to hang in my craft room. Or maybe even one of my gallery walls in our house. We'll see once I paint it. And this is a really cool like lamp candle type of thing. They said it works. I don't have a way to plug it in and test it right now. Plus I want to wait till Steve's here so he can make sure it's not going to electrocute us. So even if it doesn't work, after all, I love it. I think it's really cool the way it looks. You can see there's like a mom and like a little boy or a little girl. And then this really cute cherub scene here. So I will be altering a little bit of the brass portion, because I'm not a huge fan like of that much brass on stuff. But so this will be a little abifying up here a little bit on a project coming up. This really cool old colander. Again, this will hold maybe like larger fabric flowers I make, or maybe some bigger chunks of ribbons and trims, and who knows. I just love using things like that for craft room storage. Here's a really cool old Lipton's tea canister. The most delicious the world, wait, what's that say? The most delicious the world produces. Oh, good grief, I was trying to read through the viewfinder and I was like, what did that say? So anyway, there's nothing on the inside. It's just, regular tin on the inside. And there's the bottom of it. I am a huge tea girl. I collect teacups. I already said that part. So I'm really happy to have that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, now we're going to move over here. Trying to go slow. I've got an airplane going by. It's awesome. So this is a white wicker basket I'm going to be using as a trash basket. One of them at least in my craft room. Now I kind of toyed around with the idea of maybe painting it lilac and then sanding some of it off so you can see the white underneath, but I'm not sure. I'll leave it like it is for now until I decide. But at this estate sale, they must have had probably close to 20 or 25 different furniture pieces of wicker, and like rockers and the two-person settees. They had like a fern stand, all kinds of stuff, little baskets. It was a lot of stuff there. So, and then down here are some vintage frames. Some are metal, some are plastic. These will be, spray painted and dressed up a little bit to match my craft room and our home decor. I'm going to be using some of these in the house, not all of them, because I'm going to be doing a gallery wall. So I'm really excited about that. We have a two-story house and we have high ceilings, so I'm really excited to do gallery walls. I've been pinning ideas for years on Pinterest, and then one of my sister-in-laws, they just remodeled their home, and she has a beautiful gallery wall too. So I like how they use that vintage linen inside there. That's really cool. It slid down a bit. It was that way when I bought it, but I think I paid, it was only 50 cents for all these frames. Some were a quarter and some were 50 cents. That was a quarter. You can see that cross stitch in there. So I'm definitely going to be keeping the print in here, but I'm going to kind of whitewash it down a little bit. And then I'll kind of go from there. And this larger one here was 50 cents. This is not wood, it's plastic. It has this really sweet cross stitch, I think that's what it's called in there. So I won't be keeping this, but I'm going to take this out as carefully as I possibly can. And then I will give this on to somebody else who may want this, or, the first person that wants to comment and says, oh, I would like to have that, go ahead and do that, and we'll kind of go from there, I guess. It's not going to be anytime soon, I'm going to tell you that, because I don't have time or the material to take it out apart right now, because I'm trying to finish decorating the rest of the house and unpacking my craft room. So, and these two sconces, they're metal. Those were awesome, $1 a piece. And then this larger one I only paid a quarter for. So really excited about that. I think that's really cute, you guys, but I just want to have a use for it. So we'll kind of just go from there, and then kind of see how that's going to work out. I may even actually X what I just said about being the first one to comment. I think I'm going to just hang on to this for a little bit, and I might include it in a future giveaway or something. So we'll see. And this one down here is a little stand frame. It's really, really cute. Definitely going to use that for some display in my new craft room. Love the image in that one. Isn't that just beautiful? So, so cute. This one is a mother blessing. I'll zoom in on it so you can pause it and read it if you'd like to do so. And then this one here has a has a vintage card inside of it. So definitely going to be keeping that as well. And this one over here. So some of her items she found at Goodwill. As you can see, it has the price tags on it still. This is like plaster of Paris or something. It's really, really cool. It's actually quite heavy. You can see all the detail in there. It's a really pretty kind of pearlescent pink, light pink. It looks like you put perfect pearls all over it or something. It's really, really cool. So definitely going to be making this more my color. Like I like to say, Abby it up. Alright, so now here's one of my most favorite items that I found during this estate sale is this beautiful vintage pie safe, you guys. Check it out. Oh my word. There's quite a long list of furniture, vintage furniture pieces and items that I want to acquire for my craft room and for our house, of course, and this has been one of them. I see them, but they're like, I've never seen one for under $200, and this is how much I paid for it. $75. I'm so excited about it. I love it. Of course, this is going to get stripped down and painted to match my craft room. It's going to be, I haven't decided if I want it to be lilac underneath with white on top, sanding it, or, you know, vice versa. So I'll kind of think about that until I decide what I want to do. So here's a screen in the doors and on the sides. I might want to replace that down the road with maybe chicken wire. Not sure. Maybe I'll just leave it like it is. Who knows? So this is the inside. Irregardless of what the outside's going to be painted, the inside's going to stay white. And my plans for this beauty is to store some of my vintage linens. Oops, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. So my vintage linens in there. And I will link below the huge box of vintage linens and doilies that I picked up from the same estate sale. I already filmed that picture, or filmed that video. Luckily, that one didn't get deleted, or I don't know what I did. Obviously, it's user, you know, operator error. So I love how the inside the doors look. I'll cover up that yellow, but I think I'm going to leave everything else, like the inside of the doors. I'm going to leave the wood just as you see it. So very, very cool. Oh, I wonder if this thing opens down here. Oh yeah, this is a drawer. I didn't even notice that till just now. I saw the thing there. I'm going to have Steve put in some knobs for him so we can pull it open and take a peek. Now there is this hole in the bottom they told us about. It's not a deal breaker for me. I don't care. It's easy to patch, or I might leave it because I'm going to stack linens here, and that way I can run like the thin copper LED lights up there. So I might do that, but for now it's going to stay not patched because you're not going to be able to see it. It's on the bottom, and I'm going to have stuff stacked in front of it, so I'm not too worried about it. So I thought this was a really good price for this because I always wanted one of these. Always, and now I have one. Okay, now I'm going to swing you over here. Not to make you sick or anything. Let me show you a couple of things besides my flip-flops in the mirror. This is the table Steve found. It was $20. So I was there first, and then I called him when I saw the hutch, and so he could bring it home in the truck. But this is cool. This is leather in the middle. This is going to be in our house. I'm not going to distress this or stain it or anything. It's going to stay just like it is. I will polish it up a little bit, but it's going to stay just as it is. So really, really cool find. This mirror is super heavy. That's like actual like metal frame around, or not metal, but gosh, I wish I could remember what it's called. They told me, I forgot. There's a chunk missing. She wanted to know if I wanted it, and I said, yep, don't care. And this was $5 for this huge mirror. So this will get altered a little bit. I think this is going to go in our house, not my craft room, because I don't want to like cover every inch of the wall in my room, because I'm putting up shiplap, and I want to be able to see that too. So this will be altered just a little bit to kind of match our interior decor. Maybe put this in the hallway or something. So pretty excited about that. And over here, I have some books. Let me show you this real quick first. So this was 50 cents for for this case and the contents inside. Thought that was a screaming deal. I had this really pretty, you know, kind of lace bit here. It's upside down, but you kind of get the gist. And then these sweet little white gloves. So that's really cool. So I'm going to clean that up a little bit and use that for an upcoming project. Probably to sell. I don't know. You have to stay tuned to see. So this whole stack of these old magazines were only $1. Now there was a third one, but she's not sure what happened to that. Somebody might have picked it up because there were a few different ladies helping the gentleman with the sale. So, and I'll explain to you in just a little bit what was going on with that, what the purpose was for this estate sale. So very happy I found those magazines, add to my collection. And I found some cookbooks. I'm kind of kicking myself because there's also a vintage Betty Crocker spiral bound cookbook from like the 50s, I think it was. 60s maybe, I'm not sure. And I set it down to look at something else, and I forgot to pick it up. And somebody else came to pick it up whenever I went back. I was like, no. But it's okay because obviously I have a bunch here, so I'm happy to always let other people, I don't need to take every single thing. Unless it's purple, then all deals are off. So, very, very cool. Be able to alter these into some journals, different, types of, notebooks, or, that's really cool. Look at it's an envelope inside there. I wonder if maybe the person did that, whoever bought this. Huh. Or maybe it came this way. I don't know. That's really cool, though. I like it. So, definitely going to be using these in some projects that will be up for sale eventually. Again, I'm a tea girl. Thought this was really awesome, the afternoon tea collection. I'm thinking I can use some of the pages, the illustrations inside, and the actual, recipes and stuff. But before I do that, I will flip through this with Kaylee because we do like a high tea probably 2 or 3 times a year at the house here. It's just something fun. We'll watch some classic movies together, and it's just, like little crustless finger sandwiches and little petite desserts and stuff. Ooh, what's that? Oh, it's a little bit of old paper towel. Check that out, or a napkin. It's really cool. So there's that one, and then this Bisquick also is a spiral bound. Because I make tomes. I'll link that playlist below. I'm always taking custom orders for those if you want. Message me or email me, and we can kind of go from there if you're interested. So let me move this stuff over here so I can show you this really, really cool old sewing machine desk. Sorry guys, it's hard to do this with just one hand. I was more organized yesterday when I did the first video, so forgive me. So I only paid $5 for this, and the lady told me that there was no sewing machine in here, and that's fine. I wasn't looking for that. Eventually maybe, but I wasn't looking for that right now. And I just wanted this for the shell, so to speak. And I haven't decided if I'm going to leave it open like this to display in my room, or if I'll close it and then have stuff on top, not a lot, and then create some storage inside here. Have Steve help me build something in there too. Let's get real. Not help me build, but for him to build. Some kind of really cute storage in there or something for me. But I love it the way it is. I don't plan on doing too much to this because I like all the little splits and cracks in the veneer kind of coming off. I think that's really, really cool. I may add like some kind of a cool applique or something on the front. Something that I can probably take off in time if I don't like it anymore. We'll kind of see. And of course, I will be filming all of these projects with you guys too. So, alright, now here's another great deal of the day. These 2 cabinets. These are from an old house. I don't know how the home was, but it was close to a historic home from what they had told me. And then these cabinets came out of their kitchen. So, really, really cool. I'm trying not to talk too loud because I think my neighbors can hear me. I want them to think the new people in the neighborhood, she's crazy. Anyway, so these shelves, these are the shelves that go into this one here. And I'll open this one up. It's been kind of flying open. They just put the painter's tape on it to keep it closed when we were moving it home. So you can see it's just so cool inside, you guys. These are going to go into our master bathroom. We've been kind of on the hunt for like a hutch or a really cool old cabinet piece that's going to pop open in a second. But to put in our bathroom so I can put like our linens and things in there. So I'll tell you a funny story about those. Let me get this done first so I don't get too sidetracked. So this is a really cool old cake tin. It's vintage. And they had 2. One had more red on it. I've always kind of had like the whole rustic red farmhouse type of style kitchen. I have some of the different mammy figurines. I collect them, and then I had like, not a lot of apple overboard, nothing like that, but more like the vintage red handled wood kitchen utensils, things like that. So not really, and we're kind of moving away from that style a little bit. So I didn't get that for the kitchen, but I love this one. Now I will not be altering this in any fashion at all. It'll get wiped up a little bit because it's kind of dusty, but I'm not going to do anything to paint or change it. I love this the way it is, and I've been obsessed with these for the last few years because there's a couple of British shows I watch on Netflix, and you see the people come to visit and stuff. They bring this tin with cakes in it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want those. So it's really, really cool. So that's the first of many I hope to collect for that kind of thing. So, and this will just be a decorative piece. I'm not going to probably put anything in here. If I did, it would be something I wouldn't need to get to too often, but more just decor, like hat boxes, that kind of thing. So this is a really good deal too. Only paid 50 cents a piece for these 3 boxes of glass bulbs. These are going to be perfect to use for my Craftmas 2018 projects. I do have some already from Michael's from last year when they would do like their big clearance and stuff. But as you know, maybe you don't know, like at Joann's, this was purchased for $3.99. Michael's, Hobby Lobby, it's about that same price point. Some of it actually has seen $5.99 before, but that was like a little bit bigger box. So that was a really great deal to find those for some upcoming Christmas projects that will be up for sale as well. So, all right, let me tell you, since I think I've showed you everything. Yeah, that's everything. So, Mindy, one of my best friends, I did a video or vlog at her shop. It's called Ammy's Attic, and I will link that below as well. And Mindy talked in that video, so you'll get to see what she looks like. Love her to death. And she does the shabby chic professionally. Like, she has a shop, they do furniture, you know, smaller home decor pieces, things like that. And her husband's a contractor, so they will repurpose old materials to make new pieces of furniture and home decor. Just to kind of give you a little quick backstory in this video. So I purchased a smaller cabinet from her shop to put in our master bathroom upstairs. It didn't really work because it was a little bit too small, kind of awkward, like, oh, you know, not a lot of, it would just look too small for the large space we have in our bathroom for this purpose. So I still have it. She's going to pick it up and take it back to her shop, but I have a credit. I said, do you want me to just do a credit to your store? I said, do I get money back, or how do you want to handle that? And she's like, oh, whatever you want to do, totally fine, you know, whatever is easier for you. So I'm just kind of keeping it as a credit for the store. So she has kind of been on the hunt for another curio type of cabinet, a smaller hutch type of piece, and I will, did I take a picture of it? I'm not sure if I took a picture of this from my sister-in-law's house. I'll look through my pictures and see if I have, because I got the idea and inspiration from her guest bathroom upstairs. She has like a pretty big hutch in there, but their bathroom's, you know, a little bit larger because for, you know, family and stuff like that, we go visit and stuff. Anyway, so I got the inspiration to do something like that in our bathroom from her. So she's been kind of looking for things for me, and she bought this. But here's the funny thing: she called me Thursday morning, said, "Oh my gosh, Abby, I'm at this really good sale." She said, you know, you should come by here. It's got all kinds of linens and all that kind of cool vintage stuff. And I said, okay. So she was at it early because she stopped at it when she was on her way to work. So I got there about 11:30, and I got all the great stuff I just shared with you, and I couldn't believe. And they had, you know, they had like a bunch more that sold. So I was thinking nothing was going to be left, but there was just a ton of stuff. I was going to try to vlog it, but it was a situation where Abby gets into kind of like grab mode when I go to different, you know, antique sales, estate sales, junkin shops, that kind of stuff, because I just want to grab the things that I really want to get, you know, not from other people's hands. I don't mean it that way. It's not a Black Friday situation at all. So, but there was just a ton of stuff there, and so I walked around the back, and Steve was on his way, because I walked around the back once I was done inside the garage, and I saw they had a bunch of large furniture. It was pushed up on their covered patio because it had been raining. So I was kind of peeking through, and I saw that red pike safe first, and then I saw these cabinets. So I go up front because other people started showing up, and I said, oh, just let you know, my husband's on his way with a pickup. I want to buy the red pie safe, this here, this table, and then I said these 2 cabinets. And she goes, oh, okay, that way if anybody else got there before me, or before Steve got there, to move them to the front, I wanted her to know that I was going to pay for those and take them. So she said everything was available except for these 2 cabinets. And I was like, no, because they were only $20 a piece. You can see on the sticker, but they wrote sold over top of it. They were only 20 bucks a piece. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So she was talking to me about them. She goes, yeah, some lady was here earlier, and her name was Mindy, and she already paid for them. And I said, wait a second, was she blonde? And the lady, I believe she was, because there were a couple of ladies helping the guy with it run the sale. The other lady actually knows Mindy. She's like, oh my gosh, you're kidding, we love her. And I said, yeah, she's one of my best friends. So I called Mindy while we're at the sale just to tease her and saying, you rat, you know, you got those rascal, you know, you got those units. And she said, said, I actually bought them to see if they would work in your bathroom. I was like, what? So anyway, we were super excited because I was just like almost in tears because I love them. These are absolutely perfect and what we were looking for to put in our master bathroom. And if we ever change things, switch it up, then these will be repurposed in either my craft room or somewhere else in the house. But they're definitely going to be staying with us. I just love them. So it was just kind of a funny story. I'm not sure if I told it like quite the same as I did in the first video I filmed, but it was just really cool how that worked out. So Steve went ahead and brought them home too for us. And I think that's oh no, let me tell you one more thing. Let's go over here so we're not just looking at the same thing. Oh my gosh, look at this mess, you guys. I already filmed a video about this, and I'll put that link that below. Oh, let me tell you. Do I want to do it in this video? No, I'm going to do it in a separate craft room update video. All right, well, bring it over here while I tell you this last little bit. So the gentleman who owned the house and was having the estate sale, I had found out, because they talked to Mindy about it before I got there. And his wife, unfortunately, was hit by a car a little over a year ago, or around a year ago, and she passed away. And he could not bring himself to, pack her things up in the home, or trying to, give items to the family and friends, or have an estate sale like he was doing. He just couldn't bring himself to do it until a year later. So he had a couple older ladies that were with him. I think they're probably friends of his wife or friends of the family or from the same church, but they had everything priced decently. I would have paid more than what I did for some of these items because it was just such a steal. And when they told us that all of the money from the sale is 100% of it is going to this children's church mission type of foundation, and he and his wife, I guess, were very active in their church and doing this type of stuff, like doing fundraisers to help raise money and things for this children's missions foundation. And I almost cried. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And they're like, no. He's like, no. He goes, this is what I feel is best to do. And I thought, man, that is amazing, because he had a lot of really nice vintage furniture pieces. I mean, just tons and tons of all types of homeware and things. And he said that he was so happy to be able to sell these things at a really good price to other people who will love and cherish them as his wife did. Now, I'm not 25, but I'm 40. I'm 45 right now, and I was like the youngest person at the sale, and I was grabbing a bunch of the linens and things like that. Not like in a rude, aggressive manner, but I mean just picking through them and taking what I wanted. And he was curious. He goes, now what? He said to me, he goes, now what? Would a young lady like you want the things like this? And I said, oh my goodness. I go, I'm a crafter. I said I have a unofficial business, Purple Cottage Crafts. And I said, and I kind of told him the rundown of what I do and what I like to collect and how I like my craft room to be displayed and things like that. And he was like, wow. He said that his wife would really be thrilled if she could know that I was taking a lot of their stuff. Like a younger generation, I guess I'm trying to spit out. Sorry, my facial pain's really bad today. So, well, it's bad every day, but right now it's just a bit worse because I'm talking so much. But, so I told this in a much more eloquent way in the first video. I apologize. So basically, he was just saying that his wife would have been tickled if she'd have known that some of her things were going to, like, the younger generation to say. Because, like I think he was, like, in his 70s. My mom's in her 70s, and he looked a lot like her age. But anyway, so it would just really, almost made me cry, and I thought it was an awesome thing. So when we went to pay for everything, Steve gave them some extra money to put towards that, because we thought that was just an awesome thing. Like I mentioned before, I know I have a lot of new crafty friends here on YouTube, but my dad was a pastor. He's passed away now. My younger brother is a youth pastor, associate pastor now, and 3 of Steve's 4 brothers are also ministers. So we're PK kids, we grew up in church, and we just thought that was just a really cool thing to do. So we gave some extra money to donate for that effect, because I felt like a lot of the stuff I purchased was like way underpriced, and I felt a little bit guilty about that, even though the lady said no, that he said this is what he wants stuff to be priced for, just to kind of pass on savings from other people. He's not trying to like make a huge amount of money for personal gain. So anyway, just to kind of explain the purpose of the estate sale and the funny little bit, at least funny to us, about the the two mint green cabinets and stuff. So I'm going to go and wrap this up. I feel like I was super rambly. Sorry guys, ladies and gents, excuse me. And I'm going to get this video edited and uploaded today. And today is September 15th, Saturday, yeah. So I'll get this up my YouTube channel later this evening, and got a couple other videos I'm going to be filming as well and editing. So I will see you all next time. So happy scrapping, happy planning, happy crafting, and in my case, happy junking, and I will see y'all soon. Bye everybody.